Welcome back to another week of Let's Get Into It. We are just going to jump right in it with Simeon, David, and Gary will join us shortly. Let's get into it. Okay, but let me talk about this now. So, what if like when you are at like a restaurant and you're on a date and they have like the condiments on the table, like the sugar packets and the salt packets and whatever, and you're supposed to use them according to your teas or coffee's desire. What if you take a handful of those home? Is that considered stealing?
No.
No, because that's just etiquette type of stuff or whatever. Like it's there for free for you to use or whatever. It's just at that point, it's a matter of like, how matching you want to be that day. But it's free. Like they put that up there for free. If you don't personally yourself have a conscience to take or use your own moderation, then it's not stealing, but it's just you just wretched.
Oh
Or
my god.
Well, some people need it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some people need sugar and they can't afford to buy it. So like if you're living in poverty and you need to take it or whatever because you need sugar at home and you just don't got it to go to the store, then I don't think it's stealing. Not in that sense because it was free to start.
For real? Okay, Simba, what are you saying?
Free, yeah, it's free, isn't it? It's free. It's free already, so you're not stealing. I can steal something that's free.
Yeah, but it's free for while you're at the restaurant using it.
Yeah. But okay, so say
They don't make that stipulation.
Yeah, say I order a cup of tea now, and I want 10 sugars in my tea, and the next person has 1 sugar in their tea. What's the?
You take your 10 sugar.
Yeah, so I'm taking my 10 sugars home with me.
Yeah, that's fine. If you're taking your 10 sugars home to accommodate the tea or the coffee you bought at the restaurant, that's fine. But if you're taking like 10 extra just in case you want coffee later down the road from your own coffee at home, don't you think that's stealing though?
No, but you know why? Because businesses will factor that into their cost. Most businesses will factor that in, like products that get stolen. All that's factored in, isn't it? Okay. Into their profit margins.
Mm. I mean, it's not even like that's taking it to like a different level, like factoring it in or whatever lost property or whatever the case may be. But it doesn't even reach that far. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't steal something that's free. Like they don't give you a stipulation when you walk through the door. These sugars are free only if you use them here and you can't take it. Yeah. Like nobody says that to you. Like you out of common decency behave that way because you want to support a business and see them thrive and do good. And especially if they give a good service, whether it's food, whatever else the case may be, you want them to be around. So you don't want to like take stuff from them, like to reach like in the ground or whatever. But no, I wouldn't say that's stealing. Like if I need a couple extra packets of sugar for just in case later, I'm grabbing that.
All right. So truth be told, have you guys ever like shoplifted?
Of course.
Intentionally?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You guys are horrible. What, Pippa, what have you shoplifted?
Everything. From like growing up, like as a kid, sweets, toys, like, yeah.
Have you shoplifted something that you still have to this day?
Yeah, I must do. I can't think of anything, but I must have something. I must have something.
Listen, I don't want no presents from y'all if it ain't got no gift receipt. What about you, David?
The last thing it's been a minute. It's a long time, and it's like little petty stuff. It was never anything major. I think I stole way back in the day some razor blades to shave. I think it was like some Mach-3 razor blades or some shit like that, like back in the day before they started putting security devices on everything.
Oh, since y'all's fault.
This is $20 for these little 4 razor blades. That's gonna be dull in like 2 weeks. I took that. I think that's it. I don't think I've ever stolen anything that I can think of. Like not in like direct. That was directly. Like I took that directly from the place or whatever. And like I said, that was early 20s, so like over 10 years ago plus. But indirectly, like I'd be stealing shit on a regular, apparently. Like not on, like the whole give back change or whatever. Like I'll walk off with that like 24/7. Like, but I mostly do credit card transactions. So okay, I think there was so right when I came back from America, from Jamaica, I mean, I bought a camera for my computer, a webcam or whatever, and it was off of Amazon too. Amazon sent me 2 of them, and I didn't send a second one back. So like in those instances, I'm sure I've taken something more recent than like the razor blades. That's probably one of the only most recent ones I can remember though.
For Amazon.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Hold on, let me bring Gary in.
Oh. I thought that was him for a second. I was like, why are you smiling like that?
in his suit and everything. Continue, Simeon. So Gary, we're talking about if you've ever shoplifted before, intentionally or unintentionally. So continue, Simeon.
No, I was just gonna say, I don't think in recent years, I don't think I've gone into a shop and said I'm stealing this now. Mm-hmm. If I go into a shop, I'm going in there to buy it.
Yeah.
But yeah, little Amazon thing, yeah, that's just a little something, but yeah.
Gary, what have you shoplifted or stolen from Amazon?
Amazon, nothing.
Have you shoplifted before? Intentionally or unintentionally?
When I was younger, there used to be this store that sells these little, it's called Chiboom. You know what Chiboom is?
No.
It's like
candy.
No, it's like it's not clappers, but when you throw it on the ground, it explodes.
Fire
popper. Yeah, that was it. And I got caught.
What happened?
They caught me. What do you mean that happened?
No, but I mean, did they call the cops? What did they do?
Oh, no. They wanted to know, they get me information, ask me where my parents work, all of that.
And did they contact your parents?
I didn't give them the right number.
Oh.
Yeah, I want to go season thief.
And this was in Kingston, and I live in Linstead, so like I think back and I was like, Jano, my life could have gone either way back then.
Seriously. I think the only thing I wouldn't say always, but I've unintentionally stolen. Like, like when you buy like a case of water and you put it in the bottom of the cart.
Oh yeah, by accident, I'm walk over it. Yeah.
Yeah, you walk out with forgetting to like scan it or whatever, because it's that whatever. No, I'm serious. But it's that now I start remembering, because now they have the people posted up at the exits at Walmart checking your receipt for like big items. So I was like, okay, I need to remember to pay for the water now. But one time I was at Starbucks and I bought coffee, and the lady gave me back a change. It was an old lady, and I think that's the only reason why I did it, because I felt bad for her and I didn't want her to get in trouble. When I went home, I saw she gave me back $5 extra. And like the next day I went back and said, I think you gave me extra $5, and I gave it back to her, and she looked at me like, shocked, like, no one does this shit. What's wrong with you, girl? But at the same time, she was so shocked and she was so like touched by the fact that I did it. She was like, oh, thank you so much, and yada. But I went back and she's no longer there, so I wonder if she got fired.
No,
it wasn't. No, I don't know.
Not for that.
I don't know, but it was just crazy. But
probably pocketed that $5, and maybe that's why she got fired.
Ooh.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, you don't give it back? Well, I'm keeping it.
The store didn't miss it. I didn't miss it, girl. Why are you bringing it back?
Right.
All right, so let's jump into like the serious relationship topic. And if you guys have anything you want to bring up, just bring it up. This is from Jora. It says, I have a current issue challenging me. It's about my fiance. He proposed to me in January this year. Our wedding is meant to be January next year. I found chats on his phone between him and one girl that he has her number saved as Beaky. He was asking her for nudes and all that. The last time they had sex was August 27th. The girl is even so cheap. He sent her $15,000, which she was thanking him for. Cheap $15,000 whore.
What's
now,
that, Jamaican dollars?
Well, it's African dollars.
African.
Oh, okay.
So I think
African country.
At the end of the day, it's equivalent to what we would have anyways. I mean, if you have 15K euro, 15K US,
In Jamaica.
15K Jamaican. I don't know the conversion rate, guys. Can you leave me alone?
Eh.
Now I told my mother and my
It's kind of
sister.
equivalent to that, probably.
Hence a disclaimer, she don't know the conversion rate.
No, I'm just saying though, if I am in Jamaica and I have 15,000 and you are in America, even though the conversion rate is different to you in your own country, it's $15,000.
Yeah, but it's a lot over here. It's not little. If I give someone £15,000, they're gone clear.
I know,
Yeah,
but I'm just
for
saying,
real.
talk about the
Okay.
15,000.
Start a new life.
No,
That starts a new life kind of money.
Yeah, leave
That's
me
life
alone.
changing.
Their 15,000K is nothing to us. Because I saw this GIF where this African guy was talking. I think it was like a Jamaican girl. And in Africa, he's a millionaire. But when the money is converted over, it's like maybe 300 US dollars. And this woman, he said, yeah, I sent like 5 million. And she hired bodyguards, security, everything to go collect the money. When they gave her the $300, she almost fainted. That's what I'm saying. Okay. She said, so now I told my mother and my sisters, and they kept telling me I should still marry him, and all men cheat. That it's a normal thing. So is it normal? Is cheating a normal thing? And what should she do? Let's go with you, David, since you just came.
No, that's not normal. I know she shouldn't marry the guy under any circumstances. We kind of covered that in one of the last episodes that we were on. From my point of view, cheating is completely and totally the strongest grounds for breaking up a relationship. It's like one of the things in the Bible that gives you like the right to have a divorce, like is infidelity or whatever. That's basically one of the only reasons that I know of in the Bible where like it's grounds for a divorce, which is supposed to be like a lifelong bond. And that's how I look at relationships, marriage, whatever the case may be. Like, it doesn't matter how long we've been together. Like, if you're cheating and you're a female, you're a male, whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. Gender, sex, whatever, it's done. Like, move on. I'm done with you.
Simba.
Yeah, I agree with David. There's not really much more to say, is there?
I think he covered everything, like, gave us even proper references from the Bible other time.
How can we repeal
I
what the Bible
concur.
says?
I concur.
But as I was even reading it, I thought it was just so sad that the mother and the sister, that's how they look at men. That that's just normal. That's what men do. So I kind of want to touch on that a little bit. I mean, like, I wouldn't be telling my daughter, oh, go marry the guy even though he's a cheater. But at the end of the day, even with them telling her this, she has to look into herself. Am I comfortable with this? And obviously she is not. So it's just crazy.
You can't tell people how to feel, right? And this is something I've been talking about lately. Like, people are who they are, and you can't change somebody's mind on something. And put in what David said, moving forward, you definitely have an issue with this. That's why you wrote in, and you should just go with your feeling. Only you know. Nobody can tell you how to feel or what you should do. Only you know, and only you can make yourself move on or move forward or feel better. So,
yeah. And to give it some more depth to or whatever, like when you talk about topics like this and you bring it to like an international scale, like you bring it to America where women are much more independent than most of the other, or just say Western countries in general, where women are more independent. They don't rely on a man as much as in other countries, underdeveloped countries and stuff like that. Like, those women will take on and put up with a lot less. Like, it's like a kind of the same mentality that I have, like where, all right, you cheat and it's done or whatever. Like, most American women or westernized women stay that way. Like, not all of them. Some of them will deal with it or whatever and try to rebound. But pretty much we have our freedoms, male and females in Western countries. You just go move on to the next one or whatever. You bring it to a place like back home in Jamaica, where women are starting to kind of more fend for themselves or whatever. But when JPS do, and you have the light bill man, you have the rent bill man, you have the gas in the car man, and all of them stuff. They're like, when people start dropping off and you have to maintain and sustain yourself by yourself again, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. So a lot of girls will do and put up with a lot less coming from a different culture. Like if you come from Jamaica, and culture is a big thing. Like where men in Jamaica, notoriously worse reputation when it comes on to like cheating and stuff like that. Men in Jamaica just have a reputation. I'm not saying whether it's true or false, because I consider myself Jamaican and I don't cheat. But that's not common.
Majority.
Like most of the girls did in my like history or whatever, the reason why they broke up with their ex is because they cheated. And so it's like most it appears, at least on the surface level, most Jamaican men they don't believe in fidelity. Like they sleep around or whatever, which is an easy thing to do like down there. So
yeah, because I think in Jamaica, it's a one man to 7 woman ratio.
Is it?
Yeah, 1 to 8 or something like that. Yeah, there's like 8 females.
Simeon is like, I need to go down.
There's like a whole bunch of females.
But then it goes back to quality over quantity, right?
That's true.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So I think, but going back
so
to
that 8 kind of, it's not really 8, no, is it? You know?
It's true. So out of the 8, there's like a cancellation round.
Yeah.
But since we are on this topic, so we all agree that she should move on.
Yeah.
But so pitching this to you guys now, starting with Simba, what is the main quality that you look for in a woman? Like if you're supposed to be in a relationship with a woman right now, a serious relationship, what is one thing that you need, one quality that you need her to have?
A personality that I can get on with. I don't personality is always the first thing for me. Just how they are, how we are. We need to get on. We need to have the same similar like thoughts on things, and we need to have a vibe. Like it's just personality for me. The personality needs to be the strong thing.
So would you date a girl that has a nice personality but she doesn't like some of the things that you are into?
Yeah, because I'm not sure I like some of the things she's not into.
That's true.
You're not gonna like everything about the person. There's always gonna be stuff that annoys you or you don't like, or it's a compromise, isn't it?
That's true. David?
That's a tough question. Like it's hard to restrict it to just one quality to look for in a person or whatever, because
no, but what's your main?
Like if we were to go there, my main is like 5. I have 5 things. Like it's not just one, because like there's 5 like main character, like it's like 4 or 5 main character traits that if any one of those is absent in a person, I would probably be unhappy, or it would be like a dysfunctional relationship.
Okay, what are they?
Honest, trustworthy, loyal, ambitious, and I don't know. Throw another great one up in that mix or whatever. If any one of those is missing,
educated.
No, you don't have to be educated. You could have come from the garrison or the ghetto or wherever. As long as you're not mentally, like as long as mentally you're not ghetto, like I don't really care. Like you can build yourself from any point that we find each other to be something or whatever. And if you are ambitious, it's highly likely that you're going to be uneducated or whatever. And if you do get an opportunity, like if you're uneducated because of lack of opportunity, if you're ambitious, you're going to, at that point, when you get opportunity, you'll seek education or whatever. So if any of those that I mentioned are missing in a person, like you'll be unhappy. Like if you find like a girl who is honest, loyal, and trustworthy, but she's not ambitious, all she want to do is sit down at home all day long, don't want to make no money, don't want to make no time.
But why she just want to sit at home and like suck a dick?
Hold on a minute.
Let me rethink this.
Wait a minute.
That's what you said you wanted. That's what you said you wanted.
All right, then scratch it. Forget everything I just said.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, nah.
But that's
Is it-
just it.
Right.
Where us always try to break down the questions, you know?
Too much. Too much.
Yeah, sorry. That's just how my mind works. So I'm thinking what I'm looking for is already met the person and some conversations, you know, happen between us and we're looking to move forward. From that point of view, I like energy, and energy comes in different forms. That personality compatibility, or that ambition, or that passion of how they deal with stuff, and you know, and I always liked energy and I always listened to energy, you know, but energy can only give you that initial attraction, but then over time you find out, you know, how the person really is. So based on what you asked initially, for me, it's that connection. I don't
Sounds
know
about
what
right.
form it might come in, but energy, that energy that you get from that person.
Halukin. Alright, so
Kamehameha.
have you ever been in a relationship with someone and like you feel like you know the person, but whatever happens, you guys broke up and that's when you start knowing the person, who the person really is? I've heard that you never really know fully who the person you're with is until you guys broken up, and then that's when everyone is telling the truth or her true personality is coming out. You're like seeing who the person really is without being inside the circle with the person.
Nah.
No, yeah. For me personally, no. I'm pretty good at observing people and understanding who they are, kind of off a rip or whatever. So usually, and I'm I open myself and I present myself like in a way coming into a relationship. Like there's no fluff. Like there's no air of sophistication or anything like that. Like I come to you like as I am. Like I don't send a representative out. So because like people see flaws in me like from off a rip, and like they see that I'm like regular and I come to you regular, like they kind of drop that whole facade or like that whole like they come back real too or whatever most
Yeah,
of
the
the
fake
time.
persona.
So yeah. So generally speaking, like I meet somebody, I kind of get an understanding of who they are. They get a very quick understanding of who I am, because I'm not fake like that or whatever. And then it work or it don't work. And usually they are who they were when we were in a relationship. So I would say for me, no. Like I usually know who people are pretty quickly.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. I kind of know the person before. I don't know. I've never heard of that. You break up with someone and you find out who they really are. I don't think I've ever had that kind of. Yeah, I don't think I've. Yeah, I think I've always kind of known what the person's like. Obviously, when you break up, things might be enhanced, but you kind of know what the person's like when you're with them.
Yeah, I can agree with that statement. Like, you know who you were dealing with, but there's no great change after you break up.
Would you date someone who is jealous?
No.
I have dated someone who is jealous. Would I date someone who is jealous? No.
I've dated somebody who's jealous too, and that wasn't fun. I know, like that couldn't work out because I don't like. If I tell you somebody jealous, like I don't do the fuckery. Like I don't do that extra shit or whatever. Like I don't go out and cheat. Like you call me and you video call anytime at night, whatever. Like I'll pick up the phone or whatever. So I don't usually give no girl any reason to worry, like in a relationship or whatever. So if I go out with a 50-something 90-year-old woman and like you get jealous, like yo, we have a problem, bro. Like this is not gonna work out.
What about you, Simba?
I wouldn't, and I have, and it's just been their problem, hasn't it? It's been their part. Like, yeah, I wouldn't. I don't let it affect me. Like, this is my friend. If you're jealous, what? I can't help you, can I? That's your problem.
Okay, so for the most part, they're just jealous if you like hang out with like female friends and whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so it has nothing to be like you're spending more time with your boys and you ain't spending time with me. It's just more so from female
For I
to
know. Yeah.
female.
Yeah.
All right, so
Wait.
let's dive into the big topic that I've always wanted to talk about. R.I.P. to Chadwick Boseman. Have you guys seen Black Panther?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what are your thoughts with the passing of Chadwick Boseman the past 2 weeks?
I'll go, I guess, first since that's the trend. So let me put it to you this way, and it's gonna sound real cold-blooded to start off with. Generally, if an artist passed, like it doesn't affect me, especially if they passed after their prime and stuff like that, because I don't know these people, right? Like I appreciate the gift that you've given us, like whether you're it's music or theater or whatever else the case may be. Like I would love and appreciate the work that you've done, but past your work, like whatever happens in the media, like with their personal lives, like I don't even need more time catch that stuff. If you're good, you're good. I'll listen to your music or I'll watch your movie, and that's it. With this young man, like Kobe passed. Kobe just passing didn't bother me really or whatever, because I don't really watch basketball or nothing like that. And again, Kobe, even though I don't watch basketball, he was kind of, wasn't he retired? Like he was out of basketball.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only difference with this young man is I feel like we had more to get from him. You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
he's still, his career still going on. In terms of me as a person who doesn't know him in his life or whatever. Like, so there's a movie that probably should have come out with him in there that probably won't happen now. So it's unfortunate. This one is actually like a true like loss to theater or whatever you want to call it, because there's no more him in whichever movie. I don't know who, if the Black Panther is coming a next one or whatever, like who they're gonna recast it for. Are they gonna do as good a job as he did? But generally speaking, when people that are famous pass, like it has no bearing on my life usually.
Boom. Okay.
It's funny you say that because I'm a huge
Marvel
Biggie
guy.
fan.
Oh.
And when Biggie died, Managa, like I felt it. Like I was playing Biggie every day. Like I felt it. You know what I mean? And the thing is, I was younger, so it was more impressionable. You know, Biggie's dead. You know, and I was like, wow, and I felt it. And but like I said, with Kobe passing, I was like, yo, I feel it for him and his family. You know what I mean? And who knows, Kobe would have been a great coach. You know, we don't know. And the same thing with Chadwick, like there's so much more, like the potential for so much more was there. It was evident in his present work. But I guess I didn't feel it like how everybody is feeling it enough for me to comment on it or post it or anything like that. And on certain anniversaries, like early in when I used to post a lot on Instagram, like I would post, you know, tribute to Biggie because, like I said, I really felt that because of how young I was and what I thought, you know, wow, you know? And I guess it's different with music as opposed to movies because you have the music on repeat. I mean, you don't watch Black Panther every day, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, true.
that's different also, that dynamic that you have with the artist. So, but I really sorry, you know, condolences to his family.
What say you, Simba?
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't. Yeah, celebrities and stuff. It don't really affect me because it's not my family or close friends or someone I know. So I don't have that connection or bond with them to make me feel like, oh shit, that person's gone. But in the same instance, obviously, it's a loss. Like, and I feel like with this one, I feel like people weren't connected. Well, just by what I see, it looks like a lot of people were connected to the Black Panther character.
Yeah.
Than to him personally.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's for me, it's sad that it's gone, like he's passed away, but yeah, it didn't affect me like how I saw on Instagram with all the posts and stuff.
Yeah, because I am with you. Like I've only watched that movie with. Well, I've watched Black Panther, and that's how I really got into who he was. And I love the character that he portrayed and the honor and loyalty that he had to his people and his culture. And then the other movie I watched with him after Black Panther was 21 Bridges, where he was playing a cop. But at the same time, I'm with you, and you really touched on that good point, Simba, because I'm realizing I'm not missing Chad. I am missing Black Panther.
Yeah.
T'Challa.
Yeah, I am missing T'Challa. But
You're missing the king.
how do you guys think they should continue on with the Black Panther legacy? Should they recast someone as King T'Challa or just put someone else in the Black Panther role? I've
But
seen
that's
other suggestions saying Michael B. Jordan, they should make him the Black Panther, but not King T'Challa, him in his own name and just giving him the Black Panther role. And I've seen another post that says they should make his sister the new Black Panther. But with his sister's thing, I'm thinking don't take away her role. Like, instead of having just one main character in the movie, how about having two main characters in the movie, like Black Panther, and she has her own storyline in her own character as well. But how do you think they're gonna portray?
Well, they have to follow the comic to some sort of degree, because with these kind of franchises, especially, like, people want to see
you have to follow the comic to an extent.
To an extent, yeah, 100%.
And Shuri, she was Black Panther once. She reigned as Black Panther, the sister in the comics.
Yeah.
So they can go any direction with it. And I don't think like getting rid of Chadwick is going to be a problem. Like recasting him, because
for sure, Black
if
Panther
the king
has
dies,
to go on.
Yeah, exactly. If the king dies,
yes,
you have to try to find the next successor.
You can recast someone as another person, but you can't recast
King T'Challa.
You can't, you can't do that. I don't think many black actors out there would want to do that anyway.
No.
Well, I was thinking they could also. I was thinking, just thinking about using John Washington, like Denzel Washington's son. But then I looked up his age and he was like 36. I was like, no, we need someone that's younger to. Just like I keep saying, like, just like Hugh Jackman was Wolverine for 17 years. I hate when they change characters all the time. They need someone who is young, who can be in that character for a very, very long time.
I said they should go with a no-name or a relatively new, young actor.
Exactly. And this is bringing.
Don't go with like a brand name, That's how you introduce or recast, especially Marvel stuff. Like when they went with the younger versions of X-Men and stuff. Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
So this would probably work this way.
That's true.
True.
But I also want to touch on this topic. Simeon, since you're a dad, your kids know about Black Panther, right?
Yeah.
Did they know that Chadwick Boseman died, Black Panther?
Not from me, they didn't.
Okay.
But do they know?
But do they know?
They may do, but no,
like, I don't know.
But they don't know Chad. They know Black Panther, innit? And Black Panther's still alive. So for them, it's not.
So they don't know Chad. They know T'Challa.
Yeah.
Thank you. So that's bringing me to my point. So where I've seen like kids on the internet where they're doing like the memorial with Black Panther, and they're crying. I feel bad for these kids. I'm not a parent, but I'm just talking for myself. I'm like, why are you putting your kids through that heartbreak when next 2 years when they release it, Black Panther is gonna be in the movie?
Yeah.
You are rationalizing it as an adult who is thinking logically. And that's why I brought up the point of when I was younger and Biggie. That was the impression Biggie had on me.
Yeah, but
when I was
Biggie
younger,
wasn't playing a role. Biggie was Biggie.
Hang on. Biggie was Biggie, and I'm not into movies, but I'm into music. So that's where the impression is for me. Black Panther is the same for a lot of these young kids, I mean, you ask them, who is Chadwick Boseman out of the blue? Who?
Exactly.
And then he asks them, but then he asks them, yo,
Black
who
Panther.
is Black Panther? And can you show me his picture? And they're like, yo, it's him. You know?
Exactly.
It's the same person, but just how they think they make that connection. And like I said, when you're younger, that impression of, you know, especially in the climate we're in, where Black Lives Matter and they see that representation on screen, you know, especially Black kids, come on. You can't tell them, no, it's just a character.
No, I do
You know?
get it, but if I have like a 5-year-old or a 2-year-old, I wouldn't tell
How are
them
you going
Black
to
Panther died.
rationalize? How are you going to rationalize to that 2-year-old? Yo, Chadwick Boseman died.
That's my point. I would
He
not have told
played
them.
a role. He played a role.
So that's what I
This is
wouldn't
not
tell.
real.
I wouldn't tell them at all, because when Black Panther 2 comes out, they're gonna be like, wait, I thought Black Panther died. Because that's how they are getting the news. They're getting the news that Black Panther died, to the point they're making memorials, putting up the action figures of all the Avengers around Black Panther laying down. So what are you gonna say to them when Black Panther 2 comes out and there's Black Panther jumping off buildings and stuff?
What
I'm
a
just
time.
saying, I don't think parents should be telling kids that Black Panther died, because
But that's
it's a
just it.
role and it's gonna keep on going.
Yeah, fine. But what a time to be alive. Imagine if this happened 20 years ago without social media, without our access to information, regardless, you know? Gosh, God, this is a huge topic for me. Like, ignorance in this day and age,
It's bliss.
like, I find myself stuff I should know. I'm like, yo, let me just make sure, you know? you're not going through an encyclopedia or finding a dictionary.
Oh,
So
don't take me back to those days.
what a time to be alive. Information is at our fingertips.
Yeah.
And it comes through all medium. Like news now, they have to report everything. Gone are the days where they could have choose what to report. I'm sure news feeds now are checking social media every second. Oh, we need to report on this. We need to find out this. So it's the same thing for kids. Like their access to info these days and what they're hearing. You might not tell them, but it's what they're hearing.
Understandably, but I'm just saying, like Simba, would you as a dad go and tell your kids right now that Black Panther died?
No, but if they come and talk to me about it, then I'll tell them. But I'm not gonna go and tell them anything.
Exactly. So if they come to you and
Also,
say, "Dad,"
they
you
are
gotta
connected to the
differentiate
mask.
it.
They're connected to the mask and a costume than the actual
Exactly.
playing the role.
Exactly. So that's my point. They're connected to Black Panther. They're not connected to Chad Boseman. So if I was a parent, I wouldn't tell them that Black Panther died. What are you thinking, David? I'm serious though. My heart breaks when I see those pictures of the kids crying.
But then it goes back to understanding. Like, what are you shielding them from? What is your purpose for not telling them? You know?
To protect
if
them.
You say that's just
But if
it.
they find out, then you talk to them. So that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't intentionally go and tell them. But if they find out, I would explain to them, Black Panther didn't die. The actor who played him died. They'll have another actor. That's that's my point.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was observing, like how the conversation was developing. Like I think you guys were going off at 2 different points or whatever, and I observed that you guys were talking about the same thing but differently. But yeah, both of you have a good point or whatever. As Gary said, like or John or whoever said it, once it comes up, you can address it and kind of give them some background on it or whatever. But would I, as a parent, go and just tell them like, "Oh, Black Panther's dead"? Like, no, I don't think. But they're gonna find out, like their kids, like Gary said, like the access to information, their friends at school, everybody, like they're talking about. Like you don't even have to tell them; they're gonna find out.
Right.
Yeah.
So once they find out, you address it like accordingly to you. I mean, that's where flexibility as a parent comes in. Like you deal with it how you want to deal with it. Like you tell your kids about Santa Claus or not. So
Oh
we just
my
Who
leave.
told you
God.
about Santa Claus? Some kids at school said Santa Claus. I was like, yo, I don't know him, so he won't visit me.
Right?
Santa Claus ain't real.
In the middle of Jamaica, you tell me, say, a white guy gonna come down the chimney and do what? And we don't
We
even
don't
have a
even
chimney.
have chimney.
We need a chimney right now.
Oh my God.
Just prop it up on the side of the house.
No joke.
Oh
Yeah,
my
man.
God. All right, and that wraps up this week's episode of Let's Get Into It. Thank you, Gary, David, and Simeon for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yes. And
And see you guys next week, same time, same place. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah.
Pretty browning, yeah, me know you got that. Run where the waist, man, me know you want a chop chop. And a nothing if you give me the fat fat. And a nothing if you bounce it like check, cause you know that me want, yeah.